Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, April 12th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I heed the call to remember that I am magic. And today it is such a super magic day. Today we reach this conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune. This energy is so potent. And when I woke up this morning, that was the song Magic by Coldplay was like in my head, like after the line, after all that we've been through, do you still believe in magic? And then it goes, yes, I do. And that's where I feel like we're being called to in this energy, to recognize we are magic. I have the Master and the Magician. It's like existence card in this deck, but it's the Magician card, the Master and the Magician together. And this is who we are working into, the mastery of our personal magic. Now, magic is such an interesting word, and there's so many different things that can be conveyed by it, but I feel like magic is so often like when you see a starlet on stage or on the big screen or whatever, J-Lo, you can think of magic. Or if you see somebody engaging with their gifts and finding their proficiency, it can feel like magic. But being in the garden that you love and planting and growing plants, that's you tapping into your magic. Cooking food that delights you is you tapping into your magic. Being able to send love and compassion to a friend that needs it, that is magic. Talking with animals, that is magic. Remembering your magic and not doubting it is such a huge piece of this energy, I feel like. Now, it doesn't mean that there's not magic and miracles and the mystical from outside of ourselves. There absolutely is that. But to me, this is the main message with Jupiter expanding this Neptunian energy, is remembering that who you are is truly magic. So this is your work in and through this. Now, we are going to have continuing transits of Jupiter and Neptune, between Venus moving through, Mars is going to be coming through. There's continuing opportunities for magic, but this is like connecting to God directly in and through this energy. And this is your opportunity to remember that God energy within you. It's such potent energy. You see the Shemp that is over here trying to make me laugh. That's part of his magic, is making me laugh. So, just so you know, I'm trying very hard not to be distracted by the Shemp. That is what you are getting called right now. All right, so beyond this Jupiter-Neptune energy, which there's some more to talk about, but we'll go through that as we go through the day. We have the moon finishing up in Leo, moving into Virgo. And again, this feels like it's part of the overall energy. With the moon in Virgo, we're remembering who we are. We are remembering ourselves as the temple. And the word devotion comes to mind. Devotion within ourselves to this magic by spending time with yourself, feeding into that magic, feeding into that light within yourself is so potent in and through this. As I knock poor Mahalo on the head with all my stuff.
It's my fault.
Yes. All right, so let's talk about some of these transits. We have the moon, like I said, the moon in Virgo. I have not talked about Mercury moving into Taurus. It moved into Taurus Sunday night, and I was so overwhelmed with all the astro energy that I totally forgot to mention it. I don't want to dig too far into Mercury in Taurus today, but I want to suffice to say that Mercury in Taurus is helping us on a mental level grasp our self-worth, grasp our gifts, grasp the magic again. But with Mercury in Taurus, Mercury likes to, have the mischief. We may feel undermined. I have the comparison card at the top of the cards, and I think that's a lot of times how we squish our magic. Oh, my magic isn't as bright as theirs. My magic doesn't look like theirs. It's not coming out the way I think it should. That comparison energy, and it's so mental. So be aware of that in and through the day. Be aware of the critical voice as the moon in Virgo connects to Mercury in Taurus. Moon in Virgo can get very critical. It can have perfectionist, and when we try to lean so far into perfection, we snuff out the light, we snuff out the magic, we snuff out the individuality. So be aware of that in and through the day. The sun is also connecting to Saturn today. And so Saturn, 22 degrees, master degree, connecting to the nodes, all of this, that energy as well. The Saturn, the shoulds, this is how I'm supposed to show up. This is how society wants me to show up. Everything that I was talking about in yesterday's scope, that also can squish out the magic. Squish out your spark. Notice the places where your spark is feeling smushed. And see where, instead of focusing on the smushing, see where you can focus on lighting it up, enjoying that energy. And that's the biggest breakthrough in and through this. That's where we leave the old survival issues, South Node Scorpio, and we lean into Taurus. We lean into our gifts. We lean into the abundance. Your spark, your magic, that is the abundance that you bring to this planet. And the planet needs that from you just as you have needs from the planet itself. So it's symbiotic and beautiful. The moon in Virgo is also going to be opposing Venus in Pisces. Now, the practical may be knocking on our door through the day as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. There can be magic in that as well. But again, watch for where that squishes out the magic and see where you can find that balance. I always love the balance of Virgo and Pisces. I think there is so much healing energy in this. And so this is your opportunity to hold the value of both, the value of what is happening in the physical, and yet the knowing of the metaphysical, the knowing of spirit coming in and moving through in this energy. Let's see. I think that I'm going to leave that here for today. I have a few more cards just to look at beyond the Master and the Magician. Again, recognizing your magic. It's funny, I have the Maturity card in reverse. I would say with this card, we may not be feeling grounded. It would be beneficial to take some time to get grounded, but get a little silly, get a little playful. Don't let your idea of maturity squish the magic. The children, children know that energy of magic. We are meant to call it in. Participation card, my quintessential Virgo card. Body, mind, spirit, soul, heart. In the engagement of all of this, again, we can find the magic, especially when our inner critic is not taking over and making us compare ourselves to others. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Eclipse readings available. So reach out for that as well. Besides all this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values, and don't fall for the fear. Don't fall for the fear tactics. All right. Namaste.